Hey, what's up, you guys? I wanted to make a quick video here about the app, Check Check. I've seen some videos where people had bad experiences. Obviously, it's kind of like a big new thing in the sneaker game, and everybody who's involved in sneakers that like using the Check Check app, obviously for legit checks, because that's what it's meant for. Um, but I never had a bad experience with it up until yesterday, and I wanted to talk about that experience, and just to show you guys like my previous history with it. It's not that extensive, just because I've seen fakes where they look good, in pictures and stuff, but obviously, like, once you get them in hand, you're like, oh, yeah, these are terrible. Or, black light testing or whatever, or just, taking stuff out, seeing it with no box, etc. Just things that throw you off. So I wanted to go over that with this app and just kind of showing you guys what I had experience with yesterday. I'm going to show you guys 4 different legit checks on one shoe. Keep in mind, this shoe is a Yeezy 500. It's not a super common shoe to run through, or like, it's not like a Jordan 1 or a 4 where people know all these little tricks and tips on how to legit check it. It's one of those shoes that just people don't really know a lot about. If you guys do know stuff about it though, please leave it in the comments. But I just wanted to show you guys. This isn't biased. Obviously, I have different legit checks on here, and I'm gonna show you guys some. So I had these Jordan 12s. I only run shit through legit check if I feel kind of sus about it. These were just horrible quality Jordan 12s. They passed. They were legit. These were buddies of mine. They were horrible fakes, but he just wanted me to, double check them and just have proof to show that they're not fake. These I passed just because they didn't have a box. These Black Hat 4s, but they passed. These Belugas just because they're expensive, so I just wanted to pass them and just double check them. And it came from a buyer that I didn't really know at the time. And then we get to these 500s. So if you can see, the first check, pass. Second check, unable to verify. Third check, unable to verify. And the fourth one I'm going to show you is before I got the shoes in hand. The person who sold them to me had checked them. And I'll show you the things that just threw me off and why I think they're fake. And then what I did to make sure I didn't sell them to anybody and, try to finesse anybody and just to maybe just safe ways to go about. I tried to go through and find the fourth pass check, but just couldn't find it for whatever reason. Maybe the person who sent it to me deleted it, so that's also kind of weird, but oh well. We're gonna stick to this one pass. This was the first time I checked it and it passed. So any person who just relies on check, as their way of showing that it's legit, they're gonna just go through this, post the pictures, you guys can look at them, and just say, hey, they passed. But here's the first thing that definitely threw me off was the fact that the shoes were dead stock. And as you can see, none of the shoes have a tag on it. Which could have just meant, maybe they were just tried on, or who knows, they just clipped it off, because I hate having tags on my shoes, StockX tags, tags from wherever. I just take them off because to me it looks corny, so I can understand that. But this is what also threw me off about the shoe. See, there's just random ass Sharpie marks on the box. And the reason why that throws me off is because if you guys don't know about just checking reps with the black light, you hit it with the black light on the box and on the shoe. I'm going to show you guys pictures of black lighting, what I did to the black light on the shoe. And you can kind of just judge for yourself why I have my suspicions about the fact that they were fake. But if any of you guys know about it, usually there'll be a Chinese stamp on the box. No, I'm assuming if they are fake, that the Chinese stamp would be right there, right where the black mark is at. And yeah, so that also throws me off. Let me go on Google Images and kind of just pull up what it would look like. So I went on Google Images, as you can see, like random stamps will pop up like this or like this. These are just random checks. Let's see if we can find another one. As you can see, just stuff like that will pop up. Yeah, you can see these stamps. You kind of get the gist of it, just stuff will come up with fakes that usually aren't visible to the naked eye, or in a picture, obviously. um but let's go back to the check app, and I'll show you what else I found. What was strange was, obviously, they just asked for the basic 6 photos that they asked for, and then they passed. So I kind of wanted to do a little bit more, do it a few more times, send in more pictures and stuff of things that I found that was suspicious, and see what they said about it. This one, not able to verify. As you guys can see, stitch marks right there. Stitch marks right there. And there was more stitch marks on this area. There was on both shoes. This one was just more prominent. But yeah, you guys can kind of see that. You can kind of see that. Those are clearly not supposed to be there, because if I were to show you the shoe without the black light, you would not be able to see any lines right there or right there on different multiple parts of the shoe. But these two were just the best, angles that I can get. And it came back not verified. I literally sent in the exact same photos, just added these two, not able to verify. Took them about an hour to tell me that they couldn't verify it. We go back to this last check that I did. I did it without the black light, but I zoomed in on some areas that I thought was weird. Just inconsistencies with the font. Same thing, inconsistencies. You can see the Adidas logo with the 3 stripes. That's just awful. I don't know if that's quality control. The suede. I don't know if it threw me off or not. I just don't know. I've never had the shoe. So I took a picture of that. As you can see with this one, this is the other shoe with the Adidas logo. You can see how bad that is. The A and the D looks pretty flat in comparison to this one. So, I mean, you guys be the judge on that and just let me know. There's just a lot of things that just threw me off about the shoe. And it said unable to verify again. Took another hour to tell me that it was unable to verify again. This is going to be a little bit longer of a video, so I apologize for that. But, I mean, if you guys don't know, whenever you're legit checking with the black light, like I said before, the stuff like this, the stitch marks, is just it's always a sign that they're 100% fake. Now, what I end up doing with these shoes is I sold them to my cousin. I let him know, hey, this is what's going on. He was actually here while I was doing all this stuff. I was telling him, I will sell them to you for stupid cheap. Like, I sold him those and a pair of DS Air Forces for like $200. So I sold everything to him for like really fake. He knew these were fake. He didn't care. He still wanted them. They were his size. I knew he was going to wear them because all the times when I get scammed for fakes, or I get, fakes where people don't want them back and I can prove to them that they're fake, I usually just give them to him because they're either his size or he knows somebody that's going to wear them and he's not going to make money off of them. I'm not making any money off of them. I'm most of the time losing money, if not losing all the money that I put into. So yeah, that's kind of what I just did with these. Like I said, if check was unable to verify twice, I was just going to go with my gut that, they're most likely fake than real. You guys can look back at the video, look back at the pictures. But yeah, see, if I was just anybody else who's seen the first check, put it through check again the second time, I was like, oh, okay, well, they're real. I could have sold it to somebody. They may have more knowledge about me. They may, sell it to StockX or GOAT, and they could come back as fake. Who knows what would have happened? I just didn't really want to waste my time. I knew I was going to take a loss on them anyways because the trade that I did, I overpaid for the shoe anyways. So I was just going to take a loss on it either way. But they went into the hands of somebody who's not going to care. Really, you shouldn't care if people are wearing reps at all. The only time you should have a problem with it is when people are selling reps and they know that they're reps. That's when it gets scummy. But just please, yeah, if you guys do see a check, just please be careful about it because it may not always be 100%. They could just send in these, random 6 photos that, they're only going to pass. They're only going to not pass if they're clearly fake. These obviously weren't clearly fake. I didn't have any suspicion until, I blacklighted them, which is the reason why I sent in the check in the first place. But I just did it without the photos to see if they wouldn't pass because, like I said, I don't know you know, how to legit check 500s at all. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Just please do your own research, buy a black light, you know, do these things to make sure if there's nothing wrong with the shoe and you don't see anything wrong with the shoe, and you get a check as well that says pass, you know, just take it with a grain of salt. But if it has all these things to where there's nothing wrong with it, there's a proof of purchase or things like that, and they come back as pass, you know, I would just that's just kind of reinsurance. But I don't think I'm really gonna ever use check again unless I need like a confirmation that the shoes are fake. But even then, it's like it got passed twice with just these regular stock photos. But when I sent in extra photos, they weren't unable to verify. So the moral of the story is I took a loss because check really couldn't tell me if they're fake or not. So at the end of the day, you know, just be careful with apps like these. You know, just do your own research, do your own due diligence. You know, and you make the judge, you make the call. Because if check wasn't available, I 100% would have got my money back right away, and would have never took these shoes in. But you know, they're gone now. They're not in my hands. They're in the hands of somebody who's gonna wear them, who's gonna beat the crap out of them, and isn't gonna sell them for profit. Isn't gonna, you know, finesse somebody else. So that's just the way it goes. But if you guys want help or need a video learning how to check shoes, or not legit check your own shoes, just let me know. There's all kinds of different tips and tricks that, you know, you can learn. There's a lot of videos too on YouTube if you want to look, or if I don't have to make a video or whatever. But yeah, just please be really careful about check. It's not always going to be 100%. It's just pictures, you know. Fakes can be good in hand or in pictures, but be horrible in hand. So yeah, just take everything with a grain of salt. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Leave a like if you want to as well. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Just please be careful, you know, buying, selling shoes, because I much rather have this loss of money than sell to somebody. They figure out 100% for sure that they're fake, and I lose all kinds of business. I lose my reputation, you know. So just, yeah, just be really careful about that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day.